What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having an incredible day. Today I want to talk about a practice that you can do every single day that is going to help shape your reality. If it's something you want to see, like maybe you want tinnitus to be gone, you want it to be from your life, you want it to no more be an issue, I'm going to talk about how we can do that today. I want to talk about how this exercise has transformed my life and how it's gotten me to a place where tinnitus no longer bothers me, and I rarely hear it, and it's pretty much as if it doesn't even exist. Sometimes I notice it, it's not a big issue, and when I do, I don't have any emotional reaction to it. I basically tinnitus free. I go to sleep in silence. I sit there and read in silence. I do everything in silence. I make videos in silence. Silence is back, and it's a part of my life, and I'm going to talk about how we can get that happening for you. So I want to talk about and I see this all the time, and I think a lot of people are going to have an issue when I say it, but I'm telling you it's real, and I can prove that to you, and I will prove that to you through and through on this video. But I want to talk about how the truth is that your brain, you make your reality. That's right. You create your reality with your mind. So I'm going to tell you a story. When I first got tinnitus, I had the thought, I'll never be happy. I'll suffer forever. I can't possibly, this lasts forever. It never goes away. There's nothing the doctors can do. I'm screwed. And I'm sure some of you that are watching, if not all of you, have had similar thoughts, or maybe those thoughts exactly. You see, the issue with that is that those thoughts are not true. How do I know they're not true? Well, you don't have a time machine. You can't prove definitively that any of those thoughts are true. Now, I will level with you. They may appear to be true. They may feel as if they're true. They, with all intents and purposes, may feel like facts written in cement, and nobody can convince you otherwise. In fact, anyone that tries to convince you otherwise, you will lash out with vengeance to prove that they are wrong and you are right. Even if you being right leads to you inevitably suffering more, you would rather be right about suffering than have to face the unknown, even if the unknown is potentially you being cured. I know that sounds insane, but we crave the known. So we fear the unknown so much in our brains. We would rather a known suffering than an unknown healing. That is how people's minds work. That's the in-depth insanity of our psychology a lot of times, especially when it's dealing with emotional things, since emotional things make us, emotional things override our logic. When we get down to logic, we realize, are those thoughts really true? No, they're not. You're believing lies if you believe that. You are believing lies, my brothers and sisters. I'm just going to call it out. You get mad, go in the comment section, type out whatever you want to type out. But you are believing a lie if you believe that you will suffer forever with tinnitus. Because that's not the case. It's not the case for millions of people. It's not the case for me. It's not the case for people I coach. It's not our reality we're living in. So then what has changed? The thing you have to realize is that whatever you decide to think about, whatever you decide to meditate on, whatever you decide to speak out of your mouth, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Think about thoughts that are true, whatever is noble, whatever is uplifting, whatever is righteous. Think about these thoughts. See yourself as you'd like to be, happy, smiling, at peace, right? And when you begin to envision a life in which you're happy, in which tinnitus is no longer an issue. Hell, I envision myself with silence, and now I have it. Every day I envision myself. I would get up, I would see myself as I'd like to be. I'm not suffering with tinnitus. I'm not suffering with tinnitus. I'm not suffering with tinnitus. I'm free. I'm doing the things that I want to do. I'm living the life that I want to live. And I'm feeling excited about that. As I'm seeing it in my brain, I'm taking time and I'm meditating on the person that I can become, on the person I know I have the potential to be. And then every single day, I'm having to overcome all these negative thoughts with truth, with a different perspective. And there's tremendous power in this. Because you start to realize, wow, how many thoughts in my brain were just lies that I've been believing this whole time. How much hope do I really have? How much truth have I been denying? And I read some of the comments, and one person says I'd cut my legs off in order to get rid of tinnitus. That's a negative thought. You would amputate 2 healthy parts of your body in order to stop a benign sound that's nothing. That's a thought. That you've given that thought power for many years. You've given these thoughts power for many months. You've given all of that power. Where would you be had you filled your brain with realistic, positive thinking that could just be just as true? Because here's the deal, since you don't have a time machine, right? You don't know the future. I know you don't. If you had a time machine, you'd be extremely rich. You don't have a time machine. So the future could just as well be all of the positive thoughts you were thinking. Could. You can't convince me it can't, because you don't have a time machine and I don't. So if you don't know, and it could be positive, why not believe it? The people say, oh, I don't want to get my hopes up. Your hopes are going to get up anyway. You could spend your whole life, you know what? People manifest they manifest their horrible futures. Well, I'm just been, fat. I'm just going to be unhealthy, and I've smoked for years, and I've drank for years, and nothing's ever going to change, and this is just my life. People tell themselves the most self-deprecating of thoughts. Why? Why? What's the point? I mean, if I have just the potential that everything could work out in my favor, why not believe that? What does it serve me to believe that everything is doomed and that I can't be helped and that I'm just screwed? What is that? How does that serve me? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not congruent with any sort of faith. I guess if you have a nihilistic perspective and you're just like, well, there's no point to anything, everything's meaningless, I'm just going to suffer and die, and that's my life. If that's how you see the world, I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise. If that's how you want to see the world, that's how you can see the world. But that's not how I personally see the world. And I can tell you that people who see the world in a positive way, things just tend to work out for them. That's how it is. It's not that bad things won't happen to you. It's just that you will always find a way to overcome them when they do. It's just that, you get in the ring ready to box. And the more haymakers you're throwing, right, the more positive thoughts you're throwing, the more haymakers you're throwing, yeah, you're going to get hit, but you're not going to feel it as much. Why? Because your adrenaline's pumping and you're the one doing the hitting. You're focused, your attention is focused on throwing the punches, not being hit time and time again. That's the disposition that people who recover have. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to stop the video here, but that is the power. Get meditating, get thinking about your life, the life you want to see it be. That is it. If you want a coaching call, if you want to work with me, hit the link below. I will work with you. I will literally convince you that you have hope. Okay? A lot of my coaching calls, I try and convince people that they have hope. And you need it. So get on a call. Hit the link below. I look forward to working with you. Make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.